Hi everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and this week's Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 274. And I'm going to be doing one of the new kits for July. I did show these to you last week, but today I'm going to make one. And this is the Birthday Fancy Kit. And it is super cute. It makes some adorable birthday cards, and they're all different. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So welcome. So if you are new, I am in the chat room during the video premiere. So head over there. I'll be there with my friends. If you're watching the replay and you have a comment or a question, leave it below. YouTube will let me know, and then I can reach out to you. So yeah, so today we're going to be doing these cards. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 different cards. And they look super, super cute. So what I'm going to do is, since these are 12 different cards, right? It's not like I'm doing 3 designs, multiples of each. They're all different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the kit, and I'm going to separate all the pieces per card piece. So it will just speed things up and make it less apt for me to make a mistake when I'm doing the cards. Not that I think you could make a mistake, because, you know, I always say there are no mistakes in stamping, only design changes. And that's should be that easy in life, right? But so that's what I'm going to do. So at the beginning, when I'm doing that, I will speed the camera up so you don't have to watch me like sorting all that stuff. So I'm just going to speed up the camera, and then, you know, I'll do regular to put them together. So this video will be a little bit longer maybe than the normal one, especially if I don't stop jabbering. So close your eyes while I get my camera adjusted, and we'll get started. This is the Birthday Fancy Kit, and like I said, it makes 12 different cards. So I'm just going to put all my card pieces together, and then we will make the cards together after. Okay, so this kit came with a Lost Lagoon spot, but you know me, I'm gonna get my Lost Lagoon Mama Pad. All right, and then we also have the stamp set. Came with a block because it's all inclusive, tear tape, and glue dots. You know, I'll put that aside. I'll use my glue dots here and my dimensionals. I'll put this away for another time. All right, so we have bunch of greetings. So let's see, like, so some of them will fit on the little skinny blocks. So if greetings fit on the little skinny ones, I usually use those because it's a little easier to see. And then you're less apt to pick up any extra ink when you're stamping. Oops. So I should have did that ahead of time, but that's okay. We'll get these mounted. Now, this kit, as in any of the kits, especially when they make, you know, all the different sayings and stuff, you can do how, you know, you might go, oh, I want this one to be a thank you card. You pull out, you know, something, you know, from your stamping stash, you know. So always make sure that you're your own little artiste and make them, you know, how you want. Now, I don't believe there was any bling, but there's a lot of foil. There's a lot of foil on these. So that, whenever there's like foil, shiny stuff, to me, that kind of is like a bling, right? All right. Now, I'm hoping I put them in the right order because I did have some extra stuff left over, so I either missed pulling some of those pieces or there's just extra pieces. And I think these are just kind of a suggestion, but I did, you know, kind of pull them how, and I'm just going by the picture instead of this, because even this doesn't show all 12 of them. Just kind of gives you a suggestion of, you know, what's going to use glue dots, what's going to use tear tape, what's going to use dimensionals, and I'm just going to do however I want. All right, but I am going to just kind of work from the photos. All right, and what I did as I pulled the pieces, then I just kind of like marked the card, like, okay, I did, because at first I was just kind of like going like this. I was trying to do all the stripes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. So that's why I just finally, you know, went like this. So now they are stacked backwards, so I'm going to have to work backwards to make the cards, but that's okay. All right, so let's see here. Now I'm hoping my Lost Lagoon is good and juicy. So let's just give it a test, shall we? I think it is. Looks good. All right. Okie dokie pokey. So the first one is just stamped right on this. So some of them, you know, you're stamping on the little tags, and this one you're just stamping right on this thing right here. All right, so for you, but again, you know, you might go, oh, I want them to all say happy birthday. Maybe you have a whole bunch of birthdays coming up. All right, so for you. And these are the pieces that I believe are used on this card. So the cards are speckles, like gold foil speckles, stripes, and then like a very pale Lost Lagoon, almost a cloud cover, polka dots. So they're really, really cute. All right, so I'm just going to use my green tip glue. And they might have these, you know, with a lot more dimension, but I'm going to put that on with green tip glue. And then you can decide as well if you're going to hand out, you know, these cards. Maybe you're making them for, you know, people at work where you're not going to mail them. You might have them have so much dimensionals going on. And that is really fun. But if you're going to mail them, you might want to take it easy on the dimensionals. All right, so we have that. And then we have, now some of these cakes are hooked together, like this one right here is hooked together. And it's just going to go over here. And then this little guy goes over here. And I am going to put the cakes on with dimensionals. And I'm just going to use what I have over here in my little whatchamacallit, dimensional holder, and I'm looking for my scissors. And I can't find them. I probably have them over at my cutting station, so we're just going to use those. All right. So I'm just going to put, these are the little striped. Now these sit up higher. These little adhesive strips are way fatter than the regular dimensionals. So just kind of keep that in mind. And I always say, like, if you're using something, make sure you use the same pack for the whole thing. So that's why I'm trimming them. So I wouldn't, you know, now use like a dimensional, like a regular dimensional, because these are higher, and then your cakes would be kind of crooked. So I'm just putting these on like that. So that looks pretty good. And by gluing this straight down, I don't have to worry too much about my cakes being crooked if they go out of the boundaries of that little piece right there, since I glued it direct. All right. So this just gets glued right here. And they're so cute. This one's got like little lemons. It looks very yummy. And this was, it didn't take me too long, you know, to pull all these pieces. It was actually kind of relaxing, just to kind of look at the picture, find what you need, almost like a puzzle. So look how cute and quick that one was. I think that what takes the longest is putting little, getting all your little pieces together. But if you were just doing it, you know, not on a video like I am, it would be easy peasy. All right, so that is that one, and then I'll just take my thing, and now we'll go like this. So now I know I did that one. All right, then we have Sweetest Birthday Wishes. So this one is actually going to get stamped on one of the little tags that comes with it. So Sweetest Birthday Wishes. Okay. And this one goes stripes back and forth. And then as I'm putting them together, I'm just double checking that I didn't forget anything. Like I said, I have extra pieces left over, so I could have very well forgot stuff. All right, so I'm going to glue this directly like I did the other one. And then I will make the pieces be what sticks out. All right. We've got this cute little tag with the little gold foil on it. Our little Swedish. I don't know why I keep saying Swedish, but maybe if you sent a card to someone in Swedish or Sweden, it would be that, but it is sweetest. All right, so I'm just going to put those on there as well. And then this one, these two are stuck together. So these are actually really good because they go right down that center. So the cake stand is getting some support as well. And then these little ones I trimmed. So I'm probably putting way too many, but that's okay. They do squish down, so if you do mail them, they will squish a little bit. But just keep that in mind. when you get your cards ready, that you might have to put extra postage. And postage is going up, I heard. So, all right, so you want to always get those forever stamps, right? All right, so this just goes over here. And then we have our sweetest birthday wishes. Right there. There's another quick, cute one. I'm just going to stack them over here. I'll put them with their envelopes. Because the envelopes are all the same. They're super cute. So I'll just stack them over here. I'll be all ready for upcoming birthdays if I remember to send them. All right, so then I go like this. All right, then we've got this blue one. And this is really, I mean, I swear it looks like cloud cover, but it's a light lost lagoon, which could be cloud cover. All right, so this one has this really cute little, and I want to say this was, we had a punch like this. And I'm looking around because it might have retired because I don't see it on my shelf. But we had a punch, I thought, something like that. And I love when we do that. Or maybe it's a die, because you might go, oh, I really like that layout. And then you can make, make your own. All right, now I was supposed to stamp on that, but I can do it after. All right, so for you. So this just goes right in the center there. And then I was supposed to stamp for you on there. So now I'm like, don't mess it up. All right, so for you with the Lost Lagoon. Okay. Scoot down just a tad. All right, and then this one just has this pretty little strawberry cake on there. Come on. Use these up. But this kit does come with dimensionals. A nice big, look at all these dimensionals. It's a huge pack. But I'm just using what I have on my desk. In my little handy dandy picture from when I went antiquing. And I get my hair cut this week. And usually I go to the antique store when I get my hair cut. But this week is the virtual album retreat. So I need to get my butt home so I don't miss that. All right, so there's this one. So cute and simple. All right. Mark that one off. Is that anal or organized? You tell me. All right. Now we have another little polka dotty one. So did you get this kit yet? I know I just talked about it. Now this is kind of thin. So I'm going to use the green tip glue. So I'll have a little bit more control over where my adhesive's going. Okay. And that's just going to go in the center. Isn't that pretty? That little bit of lace. These would be fun too if you were going to have like a tea party and you could turn them into like maybe invitations to a tea party. Or it would be fun if you had a tea party and everybody made their own cards. That would be fun too. All right, now this one has a whole bunch of pieces. All right, so this one also says sweetest birthday wishes. But it has loads of stuff on this one. So I'm going to wait to put the dimensionals on as I go, because some might not get a dimensional. All right, so we have this guy. And I'm going to put him on with glue dots, because some of them are in the background and some of them are in the foreground. And it does come with the little glue dots too, but I'm just using my package ones. So just be careful when you're pulling these off that you don't tear. So like when you put them on, you know, push really good, but then go in there and be really close to that glue dot before you pull. Like I wouldn't pull from, you know, from the top if you're gluing down here, because it might tear. So just, you know, just kind of get in there and be really careful. All right, so this goes here. Try to make them straight. Alrighty, and then we have, let's see, not this cake. I need a striped cake. Where's my striped cake? So that was in my extra stash. All right, so we have a striped cake. It's gonna go here, and I'm gonna put this on with dimensionals too, or glue dots as well. And you could even use your green tip glue, but this will just give them a little tiny bit of dimension. Okay. So he goes there. And then this one goes here. And I'm going to put this guy on with dimensionals because he's going to be in front of those cakes. And I'm almost done this little package here. And then this one will be sticking out in the front. And then we have some little donuts or something, eclairs. And they're in the front as well. All right. So we have, this one is kind of over that one. We have our little sweetest birthday wishes is kind of sticking here. Okay. And then we'll put all these little bits and bobs. All right, so that goes there. And then we have a little teacup. And he can go on with dimensionals, because he's going to go in front of this guy. So we've got a little teacup. Then we have a yellow, whatever that is. I don't think it's a, I think it's maybe like an eclair. It doesn't matter. It looks yummy, whatever it is. All right, and I'm going to put that on with a glue dot. And he's kind of behind this guy. So I'll just pick that up with my finger and stick them back there a little bit. Because then this purpley guy, he's in front of him. So what I'll do is I'll stack a couple glue dots. So it's not as high as the dimensional, but it'll be just a little bit higher than this guy. Yummy, yummy. Then we have this little cake. And this cake is going to go here. So it needs to have these, remember? Because this one, put these on. So I want it to have the same thickness so that it will be able to go like in front of that. So I'm going to put it off to the side like this so that it can go in front, but it will rest. So it's in front of this. So it's the same height here, but it allows it to rest on this. So this isn't glue, but it's not going anywhere. All right, and I think that is all of the ones on there. Okay. Are you having fun yet? Because this is a really cute kit. So look how cute. Look how cute. These are going to be so fun to send out. All right. Now I have this one here. So it's stripes. This time they're going up and down. Okay. So this is going to say happiest birthday. We have this again and this, just to make sure I had all my pieces right. All right, so we want happiest birthday, which is right here. Okay. Set that aside. Okay. So now my banner goes on first. So I'm going to use green tip glue for that. So the lower the layer, like the layer that's touching the cardstock, I'm going to use green tip glue. But as the layers come up, I will start adding glue dots and dimensionals and stuff. So as it gets closer, they'll have a little more dimension to them. All right, and then we have this. So I'm going to put this on with glue dots. Okay. And that way it can also like straddle this. All right, so this goes on here. And you have this cute little cake. So I'll put that on with these, and I'm almost done with them. It's gratifying, right, to get done a pack of dimensionals. You're like, ah, good till the last drop. All right, there's that. Okay, that looks yummy too with the lemon and the strawberries. And then we have our happiest birthday, and that's gonna get stuck back here. So I'm gonna put it on with these so it's the same thickness as that. Trim this a little bit.
Okay, so happiest birthday. Stick that back in there. Oops, it's down a little bit. That's okay. That's all right. So there's that. There's another one done. Are you counting? So cute. And I probably even, like, if I make more of these, I might even, like, trim this so it's skinnier. So my little banner's a little thinner. All right. Then we have this one. And this one says, oh, let's eat cake. So Eric wanted to go to Dave and Buster's today. And he has guys that, like, they're like respite or whatever. So he has guys that help him. You know, they take him to the grocery store and, you know, things like that. And they take him to movies and they usually do stuff like that. But they were busy, so they couldn't go. But Eric still wanted to go. So he asked Jeff, he's like, can you take me? So Jeff's like, yeah, no big deal. And then Eric's like, but you don't have to stay. And that always worries me. I think till I die, you know, I will worry. And Jeff's like, he'll be fine. And I'm just like, oh. So so Jeff left him there, and you know, he plays his games and stuff like that. And then Jeff called me, and he says, why don't I come pick you up? I'll take you to lunch, and then we'll go pick up Eric. I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds like fun. So we went to BJ's, and it opened not that long ago out here. And it's really good. They have a really, they have a lot of things on the menu. So if you can't find something you like there, then you're a pickier eater than I am. But it was good. And then we went and picked him up. And he was like, when he saw me, he's like, what are you doing here? Did you come too? Because he didn't realize, you know, Dad was going to come home and grab me. Because Jeff was like, well, I'll just hang out in town and come pick you up. So it was fun. All right, so this is just that little banner, which basically kind of gives you like a tabletop, right, that these will sit on. And so this is really an easy one because this is all in one piece. Okay, so I'm going to put these on. But this Let's Eat Cake kind of intermingles with it. So I just want to be cautious where I put my dimensionals so that I'm able to weave that greeting in and around when I'm ready. So I'm going to keep my dimensionals kind of towards the top of this so that I can do that. And I also need to get a little strawberry or something. Oh, no, it isn't. It looked like there was a strawberry on there, but it's actually the strawberry from the cake that you're seeing because the banner has that little fishtail. All right. So this is just going to go in the center here. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. And then the Let's Eat Cake goes like this. So what I want to do is I'm going to put a little dimensional there and a little dimensional here and hope they don't grab this too soon. All right, because this one goes over top, this one goes underneath. So because I didn't glue this, I can go up there with my finger and hopefully Where's my pick tool? Your pick tool is your friend. All right, so I'm gonna bring that in there. I shouldn't have peeled this back off. Hold on. I'm gonna put that backing on there. Do as I say, not as I do, right? I should have left that. There we go. And I can slide this up underneath there. Oh, Diana. Come on, baby. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. I need to trim that. Like that. So I need to trim this because I can see my dimensional. Push it back in there. There we go. Let's eat cake. All right. So that looks pretty good. Now this is a little crooked. There we go. So let's eat cake. Another one done. I'm going to be ready for cake after this. All right, we have this one, and this one also goes sideways. Okay, and it has this piece, which we are stamping on. Sending you happy birthday wishes. Okay, and I should have stamped these off ahead of time. All right. Hopefully that's better. Sending you happy birthday wishes. Who knows what I did? Got too close to the camera or something. And I haven't been paying attention. I've been having too much fun. So I really hope this has not been blurry for a long time. So I do apologize. So if I am missing cards, it's because I edited out a bunch of blurry poop. All right. So that is what I need for this one. So I'm going to glue this on with green tip because I did adjust my zoom and focus last week so that when I'm stamping it's a little closer so you can see a little better. So then I don't have to keep messing with the up, down, up, down. But I do notice that I'm like way closer to the camera. Looks like it's way closer now, so I have to be careful when I'm doing it so that you can see. All right, so I'm just going to put a bunch of these. And then we also have some macarons, but I'll do those after. I don't like macarons. I've tried them several times and I'm like, nope, they're very cute. They're very colorful. There's just, I don't know. I'm just not a fan. And I probably should be because I think they're really hard to make, aren't they? Like the time that it takes, a cook, a baker to make them. I should be appreciative and like them, but nope. But I will eat an eclair till I can't do my pants up anymore. So I guess there's that. All right, so I'm going to put that on there, and I'm just going to put some glue on these guys and just let that rest on here. instead of trying to figure out where to put the dimensional in there, he will be more than happy just to sit right there. So that one's really cute and simple. All right, so there's another one. All right, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. Okay, so this is another polka dotty. And these polka dots, so the card goes this way. And I'm done with those dimensionals. Okay. Make sure I have all the pieces. So we need this. We need this. Our little time to celebrate this time. And then there's this one, which is all one piece. All right, so time to celebrate. I don't think I've used, oh yeah, I've used the time to celebrate already. So time to celebrate. So the more I stamp it, the better it gets. So I really should have primed those stamps. All right. So this is another little quick one. And really I shouldn't say that because they're all fast. All right, so now you can, you could say, leave it be pink, or you could flip it over and have it be white too. Totally up to you. Now this one, since the card is white, I'd probably leave it pink. But if not, if you wanted it to be white, say you want it, because I love a nice white card, with a lot of white space, then you would just maybe put this on with dimensionals. All right, so this goes here, because whenever I do color on color, I usually put dimensionals so that you really see that there's, a layer there. All right, and then this, I'm going to glue right on here with green tip as well. So this just goes right there. And then the other pieces I'm going to put on with dimensionals. So let me go in my stash here. And just cut me some pieces. How's that? So we'll have these backings all over my studio instead of the little, whatchamacallits, the little stop signs. Okay. Get another one. Okay. But this would be a fun little get together, and you could have, tea. I don't drink tea. I drink sweet tea. Like iced sweet tea at this restaurant. Or if I make it. But oh my gosh, I have to put so much sugar in it that I usually don't have it very often because I'm trying not to eat too much sugar. Although we got that Ninja Creamy and oh my gosh, we've been eating a lot of ice cream, which is not good. All right, so, it's good, but it's not good. All right, so there's that one. So cute. All right. And then 3 more. So there's another striped one. And these stripes go back and forth. And this one says time to celebrate as well. Oh no, what is this? Oh, time to, Well, I'm going to say sweetest birthday wishes because it'll fit on there. Because it will fit on there. All right. So we have this, the greeting, and then these are all like individual. So it's some of the things, you know, are all attached, and then some are like individual. All right. So sometimes it's hard to tell when you're pulling it out, when you're getting all your pieces. You're like, oh, this is one piece. Okay. So that goes on there, and it would have looked adorable with dimensionals, but like I said, I'm trying to limit how much it sticks out. Okay, so we'll put this on. Because I think I'd rather have all my cakes sticking out. Than my backgrounds. I mean, that's just me. That sweet tooth I have. So we have this one. And he kind of is in the back, so I probably should have glued him directly. So he's back here. Then you have this pie, and he's in front. So I'm going to put the pie, I'm just going to glue the pie right to that. Just like that. And then you have this one, and it's going to go in front as well. So I'm going to put my dimensionals off to the side. Because then it will rest on that other one. And if I have to add more dimensionals, like as I get going, I might go, well, this is a little loose. I can stick dimensionals under there. Not a big deal. All right, so this goes under here. And over top of that. So see how it's resting on here? And then we have our little, whatever these are, macarons. Some people call them macaroons, but to be honest, macaroons are, they're like oatmeal, right? Don't they have like oatmeal on them instead? All right, where these are macaron. All right, and then time to celebrate, but I changed it to say that. And I have used almost all of these too. Okay. And then we'll see if I need to put anything under my pie. Right, so this goes here. Like that. And then we'll see how loose my pie is. See, it's a little loose. So I'm just going to look up underneath there, and I'm going to put this. There. Now my pie is like not going anywhere. All right, so there's that one. So see what I mean? That little bit of gold foil is kind of the bling. All right, and then I have two more, or three more. All right, So this one is a polka dot one. And it goes back and forth. And this one has one of these little stripes, just like the other one. So it gives you something, you know, like a tabletop. So by using the green tip, it leaves me a little wiggle room. Because those are cut like perfectly. Okay. Oh, and that had happy birthday stamped on it. And I got a little adhesive, so I'll get my handy dandy adhesive eraser and get rid of that. Okay. All right, so this is happiest birthday. Is that what this is? No, that says let's eat cake. Oh, is that it? Right here. Yes, happiest birthday. So happiest birthday, just down here on the corner. Okay, and then it has this cute little doily. We have strawberries. We have this cake, this cake, this cake, cherries. What is this? This cake, teacup, and one of these little purple eclairs. And some little flowers. So it has quite a bit of stuff going on. All right, so I'm going to put this on with green tip glue. And just kind of over here. It just basically gives your cakes somewhere to rest. Because this is all those speckles, so this just kind of gives like a plain area for your stuff to sit. All right, so some of this stuff I'm going to put on with green tip glue. So I'm just looking at what's kind of in the background. So this cake is in the background. Sure is fairly straight. Then we have this one. I'm going to put him on with dimensional or green tip glue too. Okay. And then we're going to work our way forward. So this one is a little closer to us. So I'm going to put him on with some glue dots. Okay, oh, I bent him. All right, let's see. So he's over here. And he's in like that. Then we have our strawberries. I'm just going to glue the strawberries right to the card. And then we have our little cherries. And I'm going to glue them to the card too. Like that. Because they're kind of back, right? And then as it gets closer, I'll put glue dots or dimensionals. So we've got this little cup. So I'll put this cup, because it's in front of those cherries. So I'll put dimensionals, a glue dot. Right there. Then we have this purpley, whatever we said this was, eclair. And that is, and it doesn't have to be identical. Okay. Then we have this cake. And that cake is right there. And I think that is it, because this, oh no, wait, we have, yeah, because that's part of that. Okay. So that one is done. So that one's cute too. And you could add wing castella. You could really, change these up, a lot, right? I'm just pretty much sticking to the kit. I bought 2 of these kits. So when I do the second cards, if I want to mess around a little bit more with them, change the greetings, maybe pull some greetings out of my stash or whatever, I can. All right, so this one uses this cute little piece here. And then this is one of those ones that have like a whole bunch of things on one thing, which goes on there. And then, does it have this? No, this goes with that one. All right, so I think, oh, let's see, cake. So this one has this little strip. Get over here. All right, so this has this little strip. So it says, let's eat cake. And then it's just gonna be kind of like the little tabletop. And this is kind of stamped towards the bottom here. And it's glued up a tad. Like it's not glued towards the clear on the bottom like the other ones. It's actually glued a little bit up so you can see the stripes underneath it. Okay. So I'm just kind of using my edge of my cardstock. That looks pretty straight. Okay. And then let's leave it glued. This is cute. It almost looks like little bows. Doesn't it? It looks like a little bow. Bunch of little bows on there. All right, so we have this. It looks like it comes right down to this, whatchamacallit. It looks like it touches that. And then this, the only piece, it's going to go right on there with dimensionals. So let's see what I have in my handy dandy little doohickey here. We'll do some skinnies, some big, some skinnies, some big, some skinnies. And then my skinny ones, that. Maybe, yeah, hopefully you can't see that one. I might got a little carried away with that one. this is just going to go on here. Then you can see the little lace around there. So that one's cute. And then we have one more. All right, so this one is the little polka dots. This would be cute to have just a bunch of cards like that. All right. So this is going to go on here. Now this one says, wishing you another year as sweet as you. So we haven't used that greeting yet. So I'm going to get it inked up a couple times. Just to make sure it's going to be good and inked. So this is a really cute little kit for some fun birthday greetings as well. Like, because this is a great inside greeting as well as outside. All right, so wishing you another year as sweet as you. All right, so this is just going to get green tip glue. So I still have, so I have this one. So I'm like looking at this going, did I use something instead of this? Oh, the first card. Let me see. The first card. Oh no, I used it. It's just an extra one. So that's kind of cool. So you could actually, you know, make a couple extra cards. You just use your own, you know, use your own cardstock. All right, so that goes on there. This is one of those nice ones that has all the pieces attached. So Eric was sticking his head in. He's ready to do his laundry. So he loads up the machine. And then he'll look at me just to make sure he loaded it up right. We had to get a new washing machine about a month ago. They sure don't make things to last anymore, because our washing machine was only 6 years old, and it was cheaper to buy a new one than to pay for the part that it needed. And it's like, oh my gosh, we are such a throwaway society, and it's so sad, because our machines before we bought these ones 6 years ago, I think they were like 20, 25 years old or more. All right. So that's just going to go on here. And then we have our little greeting, which is going to go on here. So I'm going to put my dimensionals along the bottom, because it's going to rest on top of those. So anyways, he is wanting to do the laundry. All right, so this just goes on here. I don't want to hide my pie too much. It's right on there. Cute, cute, cute. I could have maybe come up a little bit, to be honest. I could have moved that up a tad. And then it has a little, whatever I did with it. It has a little tiny, here it is, a little tiny flower. I'll just stick that like that. And that's the last one. But look at all these extra little pieces. So this is what I mean. I have all of these little tags. Now, the tags make sense to me in case you mess up when you're stamping. So it's nice to have extra tags. But I have that. I have more cups. I have more cakes. Let's see what I have. I have more of the flags. These. So these are all my extra pieces. So I'm gonna just, not for the video, because like I said, Eric wants to do his laundry, so I better not make this video any longer than it needs to be. But I have all of these pieces, so I'm just gonna get some cardstock and make a few extra cards with these pieces. And as far as I know, I did not make a mistake, and miss something. So that's kind of cool that you have these extra little pieces. All right, so let me show you the cards that we did. So these are the cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Are they not the cutest? And then the envelopes plus all of that stuff. All right, so I think that is a cute kit. What do you think? Are you gonna order it? Did you already order it? But it is so fun. And like I said, you could even make this even cuter, adding some Wink of Stella. You still could add some bling if you wanted, some twine here and there. Just have fun with it. You could even, like if I have, because like I have these extra pieces, if I need to pull out a die or something in order to give some more room. But I think I have enough there that I don't have to do anything other than just get my card base ready. And I probably have some card bases all ready to go that I don't even have to do anything but glue. So anyways, all right. So thank you so much for spending some time with me today doing this little cute kit. Friday for my Dies shorts, we'll be doing I think it's Spooky and Sweet and Spooky, the Halloween kit. And I can't wait to show you that one. So if you have any questions, make sure you holler at me. Otherwise, I'll see you Friday, and that'll be 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. I'll talk to you then. Bye for now.